How do you know the inner work is a working? Stick with me and I'm going to tell you. Hey, it's Star Monroe here from the Star Monroe Show. All things main character energy so you can walk around the world flaunting yourself unapologetically, unbothered about anyone else or their opinions, and darn exclusive, darling, because your standards are higher than the Burj Khalifa. Yesterday, I fell off my bike and it was in front of one of my local coffee shop gardens. And I didn't do it quietly. I was loaded down, you see. I'd been shopping because my mother is coming out to Turkey tomorrow. And I had to get all my fresh fruit and veg from the market. So I was heavily loaded on my right hand side. And I stopped for a moment looking at this coffee shop and I was like, shall I go in? I was like, actually, no, I want to go to the other one because I want their brunch. So as I straddled my bike and pressed off on the pedal, everything stumbled to a halt as I clattered and fell into the wall and banged my elbow, which is a little bit sore today. A result of that is that everyone stood up in this garden and peered over, and one woman said, "Are you okay?" And I took a moment and I looked her in the eyes and felt my body. I went, "Actually, yes, I am okay. Thank you for asking." And then I slowly walked off and strolled to the other coffee shop. Now, take me back 5, maybe even 3 years ago. If this had happened, and I'm going to unpack it some more with you, if this has happened 3, 5 years ago, I would have been mortified. I would have been highly embarrassed. I was embarrassed. Yet a long time ago, I'd have allowed the embarrassment to overtake me. And as a result of that, I would have got defensive. I would have put my walls up. I would have probably ignored that woman asking me how I was, and I would have rushed off. And then probably, knowing me, I would have had a drink, something with alcohol in it, to numb all the sharp feelings of embarrassment and shame. So that would have been my old way. So coming back to yesterday, when I fell off my bike. So I'm strolling along the road and I get to the other coffee shop. I sit down, I order coffee. I can feel myself getting a little bit uppity and haughty with the waitress. So I notice that. I notice that I'm doing it. And I sit. And then I started to scroll on my phone. And then I was like, put your phone down and sit with this. Feel what's just happened. You fell off your bike in front of everybody and you hurt your elbow. It was embarrassing. It was embarrassing. And so I gave myself the space to feel all of these emotions. And the emotions were embarrassment, which spiked into my shame. Now, when I was younger, I was shamed for being me. The bully started to pick on me when I first went to school at 5, 6 because I had red hair. Didn't stop until I was 15. So I was ridiculed and shamed for being me. So this embarrassment of me falling off my bike at the age of 53 spiked back into a childhood memory of shame. And so I allowed myself to feel this. I don't push it down. I don't deny it. I don't ignore it. I allow myself to feel these emotions in my body. I can't feel it from my head. You're going to want to rationalize and find fixes and solutions to it in your egoic mind. So, body. So, sitting at the coffee shop, feeling the emotions. And then I started to feel sad and I wanted to cry. And I sniffed then. It was like a little kind of inner laugh. And I was like, it's interesting how something so simple can bring up a range of emotions. I think that's what I was sniffing at. And so, as these emotions are running through me, I'm acknowledging them, letting them do their thing, not attaching any story. There's a part of me that wants to reach out. This is all happening within like 5, 10 minutes. There's a part of me that wants to reach out to my mum. I wanted reassurance, but I knew if I phoned my mum, she would just tell me to get on with it. What am I moaning about? That's stoic to the core, my mother. Um, and then I had another feeling that I wanted to phone my brother up and go, "Oh my God, bruv, I just fell off my bike," and laugh about it. And I said to myself, you can do that. You can laugh about this. Can we first process your vulnerability, please? I was like, oh, okay. All right. So again, I sat with this. And then as I'm sitting, feeling all these emotions, I'm just reminding myself it's safe to be you, Miss Star Monroe. It's safe to be you. You're loved. I love you. We love you. We love you. I love you. And as I'm repeating this simple mantra, my inner child is going, it's okay to make a boo boo, because that's what we did. We messed up. We fell off our bike. It's okay. It's safe. We don't get ridiculed anymore. Oh, look, she's not hiding in embarrassment. She's not drowning out her embarrassment and shame by drinking down to the bottom of a bottle of Sauvignon Blanc or sniffing loads of cocaine up her nose so she doesn't have to feel. Look, she's sitting there in a coffee shop, drinking her coffee, feeling her feelings. It's safe. So all these parts of me that felt shamed when they were younger, or even when I was older as well, they start to go, oh, it's okay. We can be here. Oh, we're loved. So none of my parts, my inner psyches spike up and start having a go at me or start playing up. And also what I'm doing is soothing my nervous system and reminding myself that indeed life is messy. I'm messy and I am going to fuck up. I am going to make mistakes. And I need to hold the space for myself to make mistakes because otherwise I'm going to scare the bejesus out of myself for taking any steps outside my comfort zone. Because I guarantee when we get out of our comfort zone, we are going to make beautiful messes of things. So, as I'm sitting there, I'm processing. And these emotions, actually, I can still feel them today. Like, it's falling off my bike, like, really dropped into my shame. It like really opened up a doorway into my shame. And I believe that is because I'm feeling it. I'm really welcoming it in. To heal, we have to feel. So I'm really giving those parts of me that were shamed, not just by the bullies at school, but I was shamed by my parents. I love them dearly, you know, but they shamed me when I was younger for doing things, normal things too. Shamed by partners, friends, shamed by myself because that's what I learned by proxy. So now I'm undoing this and I'm learning to be with those parts without trying to change them, without trying to fix them, solve them, find a solution. I sit in the uncomfortability of feeling the shame, feeling the embarrassment, reminding myself I am safe, I am loved, I love you. A side note onto this. Before I go to bed, and first thing in the morning, I always tell myself, I love me, I love you, I love you. And I'm cultivating a secure relationship with myself. I am gifting myself the unconditional love that I have not learnt over the years or not been given. I'm giving it to myself. And this is the deal. You have to learn how to give it to yourself. No one else is going to, because if you rely on external circumstances, people, events, then if they give it to you, they can also take it away from you. When you cultivate it from within you, no, nobody can take it away from you. So if I come back to my story about falling off the bike, I processed or I felt my emotions. I believe before my brain started to think about something else and look at something else shiny in the, I don't know what I was looking at, probably my brunch. And then just allowing myself the space and time to be with any other feelings that are coming up. And then I did text my brother and said, I fell off my bike. And he's he texted me back, oh yes, I'm pissing myself. I could just imagine it. So I had a laugh about it, rewired my nervous system, rewired my system to soothe the shame. And this is a reminder that life is full of lessons. It's lesson after lesson. Life is mm, your playground, your playing field to evolve, to expand, to grow into the woman you've always wanted to become. But if you're looking at everything as something to moan about, blame, or complain, then you're going to get more of that. And yet, if you look at things as little mini lessons or breadcrumbs being left for you by your higher self for you to do things differently, then yes, indeed, you will expand and grow and flourish and become the woman you've always wanted to be. If you love the way I explain my processes, if you resonate with me, then consider hiring me as your private coach right now. You can book a 1 hour consultancy session with me. It's called your Instant Confidence Boost. Or indeed, you can hire me as your private therapist and coach via my Rebirth program. All the details you need are in the show notes. Until next time, stay absolutely fabulous.